Okay, so episode one, Argue Me This with Matt and Lindsay. I'm Lindsay,
I'm Matthew.
and welcome. We're excited to start this journey with everyone.
Excited to be here.
We've been married almost 15 years together. What,
That's all it's been.
20
I feel like it's been at least 30.
at least? Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Love that in every meaningful way.
Yeah. And we have over the years come up with the most ridiculous discussions.
I would like to say those discussions have become, we bonded over those. Yeah. I mean,
Sure.
it's brought us closer together. It's driven me crazy. It's, I love you to death. I'm not going to lie, but it's driven me crazy.
Uh, you and me both.
Yes.
Yes, and we usually send them to our friends and get their opinions, and so now we've decided to bless the world with these and see who's more right, more
Our
often.
gift to you. This is the world's gift. Because there have been some times where I've like, how did we even get onto that?
Yeah. You might not know how we got here. We don't know. We don't know how we got here. But the format of this is going to be we're going to have a debate, and then I'm going to put a poll up on the socials. And after that poll is closed, the following episode, the person who lost is going to have to determine whether or not they will now die on that hill.
Now, point of clarification, when you say die on the hill, does that mean that said person has to admit they were wrong?
Right. Yes. The world has proven you wrong based off of our friends, family, followers, fans.
Will they take bribes? Like, I am not above bribes.
Are you that concerned that you're going to lose?
No, but I just want to get all the rules laid out for the audience, the world.
I think that, as tamper-proof as possible would be nice. Yeah. Let's try to stand on our merits.
Yeah, it's questionable at best at times.
Yeah. The next week we'll have to determine whether or not we're gonna die on the hill after being proven wrong.
Okay. I will most likely never admit when I'm wrong, but my intentions will be there.
Yes, I'm aware that you'll probably never admit that.
It's like the encyclopedia. It's going to be wrong at times.
Yeah, well, it just depends if old encyclopedias are wrong. They've still got the Soviet Union in there. So,
good enough.
Yeah.
Good example right there. You really got me on that one. So.
Well, today's debate.
Yes. So, again, how did we get here? Not entirely sure, but this is a long-standing debate / argument / point of contention in our marriage. Love the marriage to death. However, this is one of the ones that has always caused a stir. And like I said, I wish I could tell you exactly how we got there, but everyone loves the Ninja Turtles. Yes, big Ninja Turtles fans.
Yeah, certainly people of a certain generation that we are a part of.
80s, 90s. I mean,
thanks for
the amount of money that I'm sure my parents spent on Ninja Turtle memorabilia, action figures, comic books galore. I might be able to afford college at this point for my children.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yes, to get to the debate, I am under the impression, I'm going to leave this open to you because this is more of the discussion phase before we get really into the debate category.
Do you want to announce what the actual title of the debate is before you just start
teasing everyone,
kicking into it?
Yes. So, are the Ninja Turtles, and let this breathe for a second because I want you to process, are the Ninja Turtles superheroes? Okay. Let that breathe, sink in, process, etc. Are the Ninja Turtles superheroes? Okay, so as Lindsay said, the format of this is I pose a question and or she poses a question, and we have dialogue. Right.
Yes.
Let's move with it.
Okay. So initially, would you like to kick off with your opinion, or do you want me to go?
No, I'd like to back clean up on this one.
So you want me to go first?
I would love you to go first. Yes.
Thanks for the sports reference.
Love that.
Hashtag sports. So, all right. Are the Ninja Turtles superheroes? Yeah, they're superheroes.
Well, you're wrong already, but that's fine.
They are gigantic turtles who have been mutated by ooze to then save people from supervillains.
Oh, see, I have so many questions and clarifying responses right off the bat. But continue. Continue.
I don't feel like there was anything too controversial in the statement I just said, but yeah, no, they're absolutely.
I'm out of fingers. Sorry, I'm out of fingers.
Okay, well then, why don't you start with a point and we'll go from there.
Okay, so Superheroes, okay? I have a diatribe about superheroes in itself. My first point of clarification for you, you said supervillains, okay? Who are we talking about here?
Well, if you really want to go deep into it, but so you're going to say that Shredder, the main villain,
Correct.
is not a
Continue.
super villain
100% with you right off the bat.
because he is just a regular human.
He has metal on his body that apparently makes him a supervillain.
He did survive being crushed by a garbage truck, so I feel that's pretty super.
Oops, the Casey Jones type of thing. We're calling that being crushed. I mean, I'm sure.
That's superhuman.
Okay, back to the point of order
He
here.
like pulls his arm out of the like in the second one.
Oh, I'm well aware. Not to say the second one is a very good movie, but we're just
I
getting.
actually love the second movie
I didn't
because
say it was a good movie. So back to the point of question here, because I think we're getting off on a tangent, which will probably
Which we
happen
will do a lot. Apologies
in,
whoever.
yes,
Yeah.
a lot on this debate. My point is that right now I'm not disagreeing that they are mutated turtles. Yes, they are, in a sense, in the title, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Keyword being ninja. Let's break this down, okay? Does ninja to you automatically translate to superhero?
Not automatically.
So let's take into the account their skills that they have, correct? So again, they're teenage, so we're calling them 15, 16, maybe 17 at
I
most.
think
Okay,
they're 15.
okay, they're 15. Good. If that's going to prove my point even
That's
more.
okay. I know the series better than you, but that's
So basically, we have a guy with a bow staff, Donatello, my favorite, by the way. Michelangelo, nunchucks, your favorite, by the way.
and everybody who's everybody's favorite.
Okay, fine. Raphael, I believe he has a size, yes? Are they called size?
Raphael's his size.
Size, yes. So basically pointed objects that the guy in the Matrix uses, Neo, cool, by the way. And then finally, the swords by
Is Neo
Leonardo.
not a superhero?
Well, that's a conversation we could have later. Mark that down. Mark that down. However, let's get back on track here. So basically, and they have kick-ass ninja skills. Now, I'm not going to say the Ninja Turtles are not badass. They are. They are badass, not superheroes. Because basically, if we break this down again, they fight the foot soldiers who are also 15, 16, 17-year-old, dropouts from high school probably, that join the Foot Clan. They got challenged and actually beat by the foot soldiers, and they're called superheroes? I can't get behind.
So, because they don't always win,
Mm-hmm.
they're not superheroes.
Keep going. I want more.
No, I want you to stand on that. You're saying superheroes must always win.
They must always win against less superior competition, which 15, 16-year-old, I'm being taught karate in the back of an alley. Yes.
By a supervillain. The Turtles were taught by, albeit the best rat ever, but a rat. A rat.
Can you name the person who taught that rat, the ninja? That's good. That's a deep pull right there. Hirokosaki.
Yes, Hirokusaki. And no, Hirokusaki is Shredder. Itachi Yoshi is his master.
Hamato Yoshi.
Hamato
You're right.
Yoshi.
Point to you. Point to you.
Anyway.
Point to you. But we still got there.
And it also depends on whether or not you're talking about the movies or the comic books, because there's two different subjects there. However.
Back on track. Back on track.
You're obviously referencing the scene in the first movie in which Raphael gets his butt kicked
Facts.
on the rooftop.
By about 15 to 20. And I'm going to round it up. We'll call it 20.
No, because he beats the original group, which was probably 15. And then he said, I sure wish there were more of them. And like 30 to 40 more kids show up. And I'm sorry. Like, you're expecting a lot out of him to beat 40 well-trained.
100%. Because if you're expecting him to beat them, and stand toe to toe, he needs some kind of superpower. Ergo, he doesn't have one.
So in your head, the world in what you're living on is that superheroes must have some sort of superpower.
100%. Thank you for clarifying.
And the fact that they are not the fact that they are mutated turtles who can now talk, fight, eat pizza, all of these things, that's not a superpower to you.
That is not. That is a great. So thank you for clarifying.
Okay, so what's the Hulk?
The Hulk is literally a mutated person, so he's on the same playing level as a human, like not the turtles. He has superhuman abilities in the sense of strength and power.
So your only leg that you're standing on for the turtles is that because they are not human and mutated, they are not superheroes.
Yeah, I think that's what it boils down to. And the fact that they are basically badass ninjas. Again, not to discredit them, they're vigilante ninjas a la samurais. And samurais are badass. They're not superhuman.
You're discriminating against the teenage.
Discriminating. That's a strong word.
You are like an anti-turtlist.
Okay, let's back the discrimination truck up here. I love the Ninja Turtles. I think they were my favorite action figures growing up. Favorite comic book and or movie. Like could name all of the stuff that I had. I love them.
And I bet when you were a child, if you had been asked this question, you would have 100% said they were superheroes.
I would also have said that Batman was a superhero.
We're not going to get into the Batman debate right now.
But that's the point. I became more mature, more well-rounded, high-level thinking.
Your only leg that you're standing on is the fact that the Ninja Turtles are turtles.
Explain to me, like, okay, let's expand this a little bit. Okay. So we take the Ninja Turtles and their superhuman, as you say, powers. How are they going to match up with other known superheroes?
That is a ridiculous debate, which we will eventually be having.
Probably.
Down the line, because I think it's unfair of you to assert that all superheroes need to be on the same level in terms of skills and abilities.
So I asked my question again.
Because I mean, unless you have kryptonite, no one's beating Superman. So at that point in time, anyone who's not Superman is not a superhero.
I think Superman is the outlier. Everyone else has been challenged and or beat, in a sense, by other superheroes. I think you put, and again, we're kind of getting off on a tangent. Shocking, I know everybody. If you put the Ninja Turtles in the same category, or not in the same category, if you put them in a battle or up against the X-Men or different types of DC comic heroes, Marvel comic heroes, they're going to get beat. They don't stand a chance.
I would say that there's quite a few Avengers that I think the Turtles could go toe to toe with.
Toe to toe, again.
You put a turtle against Spider-Man. I mean, what does Spider-Man have? I mean, other than he could shoot web, but the turtles are really fast. They could get around it.
Spider-Man has the Spidey sense.
Sure.
He has superhuman ability in the sense to withstand damage. Again, I go back to my thing. Raphael got his butt handed to him.
By like 50 people.
I think we'll call it 30 just to be in the middle. How about that?
I think you could take one of those turtles and put them up against Spider-Man, and I think that would be an interesting battle. I do not see a significant advantage that Spider-Man would have over them.
I, in the sense, can see how Spidey would be able to move faster. He'd be able to climb up the buildings and, in a sense, kind of jump on their backs. Or, again, we're getting off on a tangent. Maybe it's not an apples to apples comparison. I simply think that a turtle who is mutated and now on the same playing field as a 15-year-old, vigilante ninja is not a superhero. That's
okay.
Really what it boils down.
I am going to now throw a question at you that
Please.
You're going to have to answer very carefully.
Get a sip here.
Yeah. Take a sip of water. Okay.
Proceed.
Medical professionals
Yes.
are
Shout out to everyone listening.
shout out to all the medical professionals. We have a lot of them in our lives who we adore. We love you all. I think that a human, not in a world where superhumans exist, which is our current world.
I may call myself a superhero. That's okay.
Okay.
I think highly of myself.
Let's just calm down. I think that there are physicians, nurses, technicians. I think that there are medical professionals out there who I would call superheroes. And they're not mutated. They're not fighting crime. They're not doing all these things. But are they out there maybe curing cancer? Sure. Are they out there saving kids? Sure. What about a mom who her kid is under a car and she walks over and lifts the car off of her kid? Superhero. And she's not a gigantic turtle that has been mutated by ooze and then trained to fight crime and save people. She's just saving her child off of crime.
Wow, there's a lot to process there.
I'm just saying that I think that you're being a little narrow in your definition of superhero in the fact that they need to have some sort of superpower.
Like I said, a lot to process there. Let me breathe for a second. Let me exhale. I think it goes down to, in that case, what's your definition of a superhero then? Is it everything you just laid out right there? And I necessarily can't disagree with anything that you just said because there obviously are people curing cancer. There's obviously people fighting crime outside of the world of, the
Yeah,
comic book slash
we've got,
movies.
police officers and
Yes.
firefighters and
Armed forces.
armed
Many
forces. We've got all sorts of people out there who are doing things that I can't do.
Facts. Me too. Me too.
And even if I tried, probably couldn't.
So that is an interesting point that
And you're gonna have to tread real lightly here because you don't want to call it. I think that I'm just gonna take this one.
You're putting it on the board pretty early there because it's not necessarily, again, a true apples to apples comparison. I hear you. I hear what you're trying to say.
Apples to apples comparison superheroes. You can't do it.
So literally, you're wanting to put a doctor, nurse, police officer, armed forces, person in the same category as a 16-year-old mutated turtle.
I am saying that your definition of a superhero wouldn't include those types of people, and my definition would.
Okay.
I'm not saying they're the same. Obviously, a doctor is not a Ninja Turtle.
It could be.
I mean, maybe they are.
Donatello is smart as shit. He's going to go on to MIT. I'm telling you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Dr. Donatello.
Dr. Donatello.
He probably could cure cancer.
Michelangelo's going to be a comedian.
Michelangelo's probably going into sales.
Yes, I can see that. Yes, sales and/or comedian. So Raphael's probably going to be some kind of bouncer.
Raphael needs anger management.
That's also true. Hence the reason he's going to be a bouncer. Leonardo is a lawyer. Maybe that doctor. Maybe.
Leo is probably going to be a CEO somewhere.
Yeah, I can see that.
I
can see that. And Splinter's just going to be a psychologist. That's like a get you on my couch psychiatrist.
I like that.
Psychiatrist, psychologist, get you on my couch kind of guy.
That's a good one. I can see Splinter as a psychiatrist, just being like, tell me about the time.
Yeah.
Tell me about your trauma.
Yeah.
I'd like to heal your trauma.
I'm still pretty impressed that you knew the name of that guy, and I got that wrong. But however, we both knew the names. I'd like to give us credit for that. I'd like to give myself half a point on that.
You called a name out correctly. It was just the wrong character.
That's true.
So
that happened. Yeah, that happened.
So I mean, certainly, the whole point of this podcast is we're not going to agree.
Facts.
Because
we haven't agreed in 15 years.
We're not going to settle this.
Facts.
Let's be honest.
Yes.
Because we haven't. That's why we have the podcast.
Very true.
And that's why we have you all.
We have now come full circle.
Yes.
I love that.
So let's wrap this one up and just say, and do we want to do some sort of closing argument?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You went first. You mind if I go this side right now?
I would love for you.
Okay. So in summation, I would just like to ask everyone listening, and again, thank you for everyone. We love all of our fans. We probably have 2 right now. So
we have 33 followers.
Oh my God,
we haven't
really?
even watched yet.
Can I retire tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay. So in summation, I would just like to ask all of yourself to look inside yourself, really look inside your soul, and just ask yourself: is a 16-year-old who's good with nunchucks, a bow staff, swords, size? Again, they're badass, but does that make them a superhero? Do they have superhuman ability to fight people not on their playing field? And that's really what I want to ask you. And I think you already know the answer because I'm going to be right on this one. But again, we put them up against, 15, 16-year-old foot soldiers, dropouts from school who are just taught karate in the back of an alley, and they got their butts handed to them. That's all I'm going to say. So I still love them. They're still my favorite action figure, vigilante hero, etc. Just can't put them in the superhero category. Can't get behind it. I can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing I'm gonna say. No. Something just popped in here. Something just
You
popped
just
in.
finished your
Something
summation.
just popped in. I did not say I'm done. Wait for me. They needed help to beat the foot soldiers. Casey Jones, badass again, needed to help them. They literally couldn't get past the foot soldiers without Casey Jones. They might have been ended. That's a good argument right there. That's a good argument. And now I'm done. Proceed.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to consider what's in your heart and what is in your definition of a superhero. Is it this narrow definition of they must be superhuman as opposed to just super creature? Is it that they can't ever be beaten by anyone unless that person or thing has more superior superpowers to them? Or are you going to put the Ninja Turtles into the category of superhero because they are mutated? They are not in their form of that they started with. They started this big.
They did.
Actually, they started about that big.
They started in a little jar.
Little jar.
Remember the jar?
About that big.
There were four little guys.
Yeah.
Four little guys.
Yeah. They are mutated, a la the Hulk. They are incredibly great at what they do. They have saved people. They saved April O'Neil. So they have saved lives.
They have. I'll be right with that.
And they have abilities beyond what they started with because they were mutated. But even if you took that away, and it's just a ninja, and they're not mutated turtles.
I do love a ninja, not gonna lie.
If you take that away, there are so many things out there, so many people out there, so many jobs, so many individuals who have done superhero things. And so if you take the Ninja Turtles out of the running because they can't, I don't know, see through walls or fly
Keep going.
or climb buildings with their spidey sense or spidey whatever grip. If you take them out of the running as a superhero because they don't possess one of those things, then you are taking away other amazing superheroes in this world that exist outside of comic books.
Pulling at the heartstrings there, brewer. Pulling at the heartstrings.
I'm just saying.
Pulling it hard right there.
Just saying. All right.
All right.
So some closing arguments.
Yes.
And there's episode 1.
Yes.
We're very excited to hear how people vote. I will be putting up the poll on our social medias. We are Argue Me This podcast on Instagram, and I'll probably be launching other socials as we go, but that's what we have right now. We're going to be on YouTube, so the video will be up there, and
we'll be standing on a corner just saying vote for us, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you need to stand on a corner in order to try to get your votes.
No, it's not. I'm literally just marketing. I'm a marketeer.
Are you now?
I'm a marketeer.
Okay, but you're already kind of conceding that you're going to need help getting votes.
Well, if it's a popularity contest, I am not as popular as you. I think everyone knows that.
We have currently we do have our first poll up on our Facebook page, and now granted, not too many votes yet.
Hence the reason I have said I'm not above bribes. Just want to throw that out.
Not too many votes yet, but as of right now, the options, the question is, who do you want to win the first episode? And the option was Team Matt, Team Lindsay, Team Chaos, or Can't We All Just Get Along? And as of starting this recording, myself, Team Lindsay, and Team Chaos were tied for the lead. They each have like 40% of the votes.
Can I nerd out for a second here? Everyone who knows me knows I'm kind of a nerd. The power and/or end value of this is quite low. I just want to say that.
I already admitted that that we didn't have that many votes. I'm just saying that I'm holding down 40% of the votes, and you currently are holding down less than 10.
I'm a late bloomer. I'm a late bloomer. I charge money.
Well, I'm excited to see how this goes.
I am too.
Okay.
Thank
you, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our first episode of Argue Me This with Matt and Lindsay, and we will see you next week.
Hope you are all enlightened to the world that is us.
Yes, indeed. Thank you.